Good morning, everybody. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Listen, I just started the live. We're not going to be on for too long. Now, every time I say that, we're typically on for an hour, but that's not my goal. My goal is 35 minutes at most. Just want to do a little chit chat with you guys. Welcome, everybody. Shelly Kelly's in the chat. Comprehensive Pass. Welcome. Shout out to you. Me, you, Pika. Welcome, Kitty Coo. Oh my goodness. Welcome, Michelle. I'm so glad you made it to a live. Shout out to you. Melody, welcome everybody. Nebby, how you doing, love? DB, Tiki, Rose Gold, welcome everybody. Hey Priya, shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Listen, let's wake up. I'm waiting for this coffee to just hit me because we got some stuff to go to. Hey, go through. Connie, Perry, Sarah, VT, Kitty, welcome, or Kitten. Who else? Thank you so much, David, for hitting that like button. Chico, thank you for being here. Shout out to you guys. Tinkle Tits has been a member for like 15 months forever. What am I doing early? I had a busy day. I had a busy day today. And the coffee hasn't hit quite yet. And I'm almost out of my coffee, y'all. I'm almost out. So I'm trying. I might have to run to the store, but I don't even have the energy for that. Tinkle Tits, thank you for being a member for 15 months. Shout out to you. Thank you. Crow Red Eye, thank you. Hey CK, how you doing, love? Everybody. I am is this early? Evil. You waiting for I'm waiting. I'm out, but I'm waiting. I gotta go back to the store. I got a little bit of coffee left. Welcome everybody. Hey there, Lamb. How you doing, love? Shout out to you. Hey Okie. Okay. Um, we got some stuff to get through, but let me put some music. As you guys know, on the weekend, I like it to be a little bit chill. Let's do some music, and then we're gonna go through what I have to talk about here very shortly. If you don't like the music, get over it, skip over it.
Swipe, 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 swipe. Swipe, 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 swipe. Just picked up some bands, come again, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Yeah, I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands, rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Simon says, swerving, making plays, put Ferrari red. Never out my zone, touchdown in my hands. Only fam around me, I can't have no friends. Had to cut you off, you left me out for dead. Ever since I was a teen, had prices on my head. Had to cut you off, you left me out for dead. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Just picked up some bands, come again, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Yeah, I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands, rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Just picked up some bands, come again, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Yeah, I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands, rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Yeah, ball point on the beat, ball point make them dance. Yeah, we came up, yeah. Just picked up some bands, just picked up some bands, Tell her ask it questions when I come again. On the run like a runaway. Only way is the money way. New chain, no jewelry. No games, don't fool me. 21, been a boss. Play the game, pay the cost. Heard you rolling TikTok. Need to get another watch. Just picked up some bands, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Yeah, I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Just picked up some bands, come again. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says. Yeah, I'm the running man, rapping rubber bands. They do what I do, I'm like Simon says.
Alrighty, CK has been a member for 3 months. Shout out to CK. Shout out to Tinkle Tits and CK. Thank you guys so much for being members for so long. Tinkle Tits. Hold up, where's your comment go, Tinkle Tits? That shit was funny. I did say, build a bridge, cry me a river, build a bridge, and get over it if you don't like me starting with some music on a Saturday or Sunday morning. Get over it. Get over it. Because I'm going to do it anyways. Shout out to everybody in the chat. All right, we got to get through some stuff and to some stuff. Shout out to everybody, guys. Thank you so much for being here. So I was on Google and I was just Googling and I noticed that a blog that I want to talk about real quick. Let me show you what I'm talking about. This is the Catholics for a Change. So it's a Catholic church. All right. And they wrote an article on the 29th of April regarding Brian Kent. So, survivor's lawyer accused of shocking misconduct as a victim of sex abuse. Brian Kent naturally gained the trust of other survivors, becoming a go to lawyer for their personal injury cases. The former Montgomery County PA prosecutor served on the board of Child USA, a think tank combating child abuse, and received the National Center on Sexual Exploitation Civilian Leadership Award. His personal and professional background makes recent allegations all the more shocking. A leaked confidential complaint filed with the disciplinary board of the Pennsylvania Supreme Court in November of 2022 accused Bryant of engaging in sexual relations with the client. This behavior violates the rules of professional conduct for PA lawyers and especially egregious given his client vulnerability as a victim of sexual abuse. When the Catholic Church is talking about this and it's a blog, and let me tell you, as a Catholic, all right, now I'm the kind of Catholic that probably the one that objects and asks a gazillion type of questions about Catholicism, right? But this is interesting that they would write about this. This is interesting that they would write about this. So commentary surrounding the allegations speculates on malicious misconduct and details a devastating blow to the civil cases of Scientology survivors. Yes. So they're even speaking on the Scientology survivors. See the YouTube coverage link, and they linked Aaron's channel for more information. In the aftermath of the revelation, Kent has parted ways with the law firm he co founded, Laffey, Busey or Bucci and Kent, and resigned from Child USA board. Founder Marcy Hamilton called for a criminal investigation. This lady, man, now Marcy Hamilton, I swear, some of these professionals are just so funny to me. I'm calling for a national criminal investigation. Marcy, it's still in question whether you knew or you didn't know. Girl, who are you trying to fool? Okay, because some of you guys knew. hmm Who are you trying to fool? I'm calling for a national investigation, a national criminal investigation. Yeah, okay. Anyways, let me see what you guys are saying. Hold up. You are not late. We just got started. Don't worry. She is on CYA mode all day. Thank you, Sarah. Eat more pizza. Like, come on now. I'm asking for a national investigation. That's what it sounds like to me, right? That's what it sounds like to me. Okay, so of course, called for a criminal investigation in the statement on Friday, April 26th. There appears to be a pattern of manipulative and abusive behavior by Kent towards vulnerable clients nationwide, seeking to find validation and justice in the legal system. Mm, really? Really? Okay. Mm-mm-mm. Right. Thank you. No, I agree with you on this one. This is exactly the stuff that the Catholic Church should be calling out, whether within or beyond the church. Jesus had some pretty clear teachings on justice and care for the vulnerable. Thank you, Carrie, for saying that. Carrie, thank you for saying that. Because let me tell you something. You know, the Catholic Church has effed up in so many ways, right? And you're absolutely right. They should be calling it within their own little hub as well as others. they're also reporting this as well, right? So I find that to be interesting that they're also calling it out. But you're absolutely right. Jesus says, protect the vulnerable, right? Protect the vulnerable. And anybody can be an attorney and be the devil. Anybody can be a priest and be the devil. Anybody can be a wolf in sheep's clothing. Okay? So thank you for saying that. You're right, Carrie. Thank you. And Carlotta, by the way, agrees with you too. So thank you for saying that. In the aftermath of the revelation, Ken has parted ways. All right, we read that. All right. And then they highlighted her statement. There appears to be a pattern of manipulative and abusive behavior by Kent towards vulnerable client clients nationwide seeking to find validation and justice in the legal system. In October 2018, Catholics for a Change. Look at this. Catholics for a Change hosted a seminar series in which Kent shared legislative updates, possible outcomes, and civil court options. His firm also briefly advertised on this blog that we included Kent as one of the many legal resources until this past year, when a survivor from the C4C community experienced unprofessional lapses in communication. Advocates and survivors are left with unsettling questions. We'll share updates as they become available. So they linked Aaron's video and the Philadelphia the article. Mm. So it sounds like Kent, Mr. Brian Kent, was pretty close with this organization. His firm briefly advertised on this blog, and we included Kent as one of the many legal resources until this past year, when a survivor from the C4C community experienced unprofessional lapses in communication. It's interesting. It's interesting. Hold up. Let me see what y'all are saying. Hold up. Uh. Yep. Let's keep pulling off the sheep's clothing off these wolves. Everybody. Everybody. People that sit on boards, organizations, all that kind of stuff. Yep. Let me see. You need to look up at the Korean Church of God. They believe that Korean reincarnated Jesus was born a Korean, and the church founder and his wife was Mother and Father God. Cult. Yeah, I'm not familiar with it, but if you want to shoot me some information, feel free to do so. Thank you for suggesting that. The emperor ain't wearing any clothes, LOL. Like, it's a lot of stuff coming out on these people. Give me one sec, y'all. Hold up. Hold up. One sec, guys. Yes, so for those that are just coming in, these foundations really need to do better background investigation and perspective on board members. Um, I would agree. I would agree with that as well. I don't know if this is something that even through a background check could have been really like looked into. I do think it's interesting that a blog from the Catholic Church. Matter of fact, let me tell you how deep the other places that are reporting it. Hold up. I saw one from the Jehovah Witness board too, or blog. Brian, hold up, y'all, because I saw it this morning and I feel like I lost it. Brian Kent, behavior. One sec. Here it is. Yep. The Jehovah Witness, which some people have said is also a cult. All right. Keep that in mind. They basically copied and pasted over the article. Legal professionals, particularly LBP Law Group, led by Brian Kent, are actively engaged in filing claims for survivors of sex assault within the Jehovah Witness organization. Okay, hold up. They copied and pasted the article from the Philadelphia, what is it? Newspaper. They copied and pasted this from somewhere else. The entire article. They put it on their blog. All right, and they use Aaron's video as well. And somebody put in there, oh, for fuck's sake, the pedo defense lawyers are going to milk this for all it's worth. The pedo defense lawyers are going to milk this for all it's worth. Yep. Who's watching? The Watchtower Watchers. That's what I'm saying. Now, this is probably going to get bigger for all of those folks right there. Keep that in mind. Now, that was the Catholic Church, and now this is a Jehovah Witness blog that's also talking about this. Let me know your thoughts. They say they like these types of people in these positions. You will not get in a position in power if you're not like them. Right. That's a great question. You said you work with adjudicated juveniles SO. Those SO, children sexualized young, does not make them perpetrators. I don't think anybody said that, Lisa, so I'm confused by your comment. Eat More Pizza, thank you so much for gifting 10 memberships. Shout out to you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, okay. If you guys got a membership from Eat More Pizza, put a heart in the chat, please. Swedish Lena says, Rabbit, he represented a few ex-Jehovah Witnesses that was on the aftermath. That's right, on that episode. Oh. So he also represented, that's because if I remember correct, now I'm going to have to watch the episode because I remember, did they do like a little like panel or something on the aftermath? They did a little panel, right? And they all sat together and they all talked and everything. And he was there. It was an episode where a couple of people were there. Is he representing people from that cult too? You said I mean, hmm. JW keeps a list of pedos they've been ordered by the court for years to release, but have chosen to pay fines instead of for years. Oh, they did a panel on that episode, right, Brian? I remember that episode. Hey, Hannah. Thank you, Carlotta. All right, so this is making it the news. It's making its rounds. Okay, that's kind of where we're at. Excuse me. So, Jehovah Witness blog, JehovahWitness.com is posted this, and then we have the Catholic blog as well. What do y'all think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. It's picking up. You said all these articles are getting ahead of it because they probably had an association with him. They're calling it out. But Cam, wouldn't it be best to call it out if y'all had an association with, like, I mean, I would if I was a religious institute. I'd be like, who was it? Was it the attorney that called it out and said there needs to be an investigation? Kent was brought to the episode because he reported JW's Jehovah Witness. That's where they met with Rinder. Thank you. But that's a good point, though. I work with child SA victims also. And of course, not all victims becomes perpetrators, but some do. Thank you, Carrie J. Yeah, I was confused by the comment from earlier because I don't think we were even talking about that, but you're right. The cults are culting and showing their hands. Yes. That episode informed me how bad JW can be. Protection for predators. Yes. It was informative back in the day. I think I had a family member that was a Jehovah Witness. Man, listen, I've had a lot of family members that kind of go all over the place as far as their practices. I don't have any contact with some of those family members, but probably best that I don't. Um, yeah, so I mean, I'm not too familiar with the Jehovah Witnesses other than the Watchtower little magazines that I would read because we would go to the laundromat. You know how they had the little Watchtower magazines? They put them right at the laundromat right there. There was nothing else to read, so you'd be reading this Watchtower stuff, and it would be like the end of times apocalypse, what it looks like, and it would be so graphic. It would be so. Anyways, let me cough. Hold up, yeah. Ooh, okay. Organized relation or organized religion are getting on the bandwagon, makes them look good for its optics. Um, HW have a two witness rule. So if SA not witnessed by two or more people physically, it's considered false or unfounded. Oh, you mean Jehovah Witness? Well, that's are they writing their own rules then? Because legally, that's not how it goes, right? Like, you don't get away from essay or reporting it, you know? I don't have any contact with my JW side of the family, and it's best for your life. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think I'm not close with them, so I really don't know. They have changed their name. Ooh, Fruity Pebble says it's sickening how the bad, evil people and their sickening actions make everyone else in the group look horrible. Every group has bad actors. Absolutely. Absolutely. My husband's mom is a Jehovah Witness and she's always trying to give us those watchtower stuff. She always talking about the world ending and shit. My husband believes her. And I'm like, wow. They knock at the doors? All right. Anyways, so what was I gonna say? It's out there. It's making its round. I don't think the Mormon church is going to say anything. That would be I mean, I don't know if he represented any of the Mormon church victims, but that's something that I picked up on this morning. I said, "Oh, Lord have mercy, the Catholic Church." The Catholic Church is talking about it and the blog got several hits when they posted this article. So keep that in mind. I think everybody's kind of watching their step to a certain degree, and maybe like you guys said, they're calling it out. And then now you have the Jehovah Witnesses. Now, what does that do for those cases? I don't know. I would be kind of curious to understand like what happens next there, but that's just my curiosity. All right. All right. Real quick, I want to talk about all right, I got to talk about Wilmer Valderrama. So I did two videos this past week on Wilmer Valderrama exposing the 7N cult. Okay. And the hypocrisy of it. I know half of y'all in the chat know about Wilder Valderrama if you've been following SPTV, if you've been following some of the exposures, if you've been following any creator that has called out his behavior for dating underage women, hiding behind it, not, exposing it and everything. So I heard through another blogger that he was going to be involved in um, the 7N cult docu-series or series that's coming to Netflix. Hold up. 7N cult. For those that don't know what the hell, and I didn't even really know that this was a thing until recently. I mean, I had heard about it. It's called Dancing for the Devil on Netflix. Okay. Now, here's the deal. It's just, let me show you what I'm talking about. This is set to be released, I think, on the 29th of May. There's been a lot of talk about it and whatever, and I'm just sitting there. And what I heard was that Wilmer has his production company has something to do with this, but he hasn't announced it. It's been a blogger that's been announcing it, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, I don't know if she's telling the truth at this point because why wouldn't if it's a production company and he's had something to do with it, WB Entertainment, and it's his own production, it's Wilmer's production company. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. Look, and I showed this on my video. So this doesn't make sense because he's not even like announcing it on his website. This is his production company. This is his website. He talks about all kinds of projects, the newsroom, all the projects that he's involved in, and there's nothing about the 7M cult. And this thing made it on Netflix. So is he dissing? Is this what it is, or is the blogger lying? Like, I'm just gonna call it for what it is. Because now I'm noticing that it's like, oh, this isn't about Wilmer. This is about the survivors of this cult. Yeah, completely get that. But you would be a bit of a hypocrite to expose one cult and not expose the other cult where you partied at, where you did a bunch of shit. So help me understand, how do you get to expose one cult, but you don't get to expose this cult? This cult where you had a lot of dealings with. Help me understand how this works. Let me know. Wilmer, let me see. Wilmer, hold up. Wilmer might have been in deniability, but he's not even talking about it. I think he's trying to hide from it, y'all. I really, really do. Unless this blogger is lying, which if she's lying, then damn, that's quite the lie to put out there, because why wouldn't Wilmer talk about this? Why? I mean, look at this. This is, and then this is on Netflix, y'all. It's not like it's on, I don't know, what's that one little rinky dink app that everybody goes and watches movies from, that they like make really low iPhone movies from. I forgot the damn, let me know in the chat. You know what I'm talking about, right? This has been on Netflix. This is on Netflix. And Tubi, this isn't like it's on Tubi, y'all. It's on Netflix. If your production company is really proud behind this work, it would be on his website. Why isn't it on his website? And shout out to everybody that watches Tubi. I'm just saying, like, Tubi, it's not on Tubi. It's on Netflix. Look, let's just watch the preview.
Today is my sister's birthday. We're not allowed to contact her, and we're blocked on absolutely everything. We have two daughters. We don't just have one. All the dancers that she dances with, someone else is controlling their lives.
I don't want to say I was in a cult.
How did I let myself get sucked into something like that?
Miranda and I knew that we always wanted dance to be a part of our lives.
California and dancing, it was their big dream.
Men and women.
Now, I'm not familiar with this. Some of you guys said in the chat, like Rabbit, some people are arguing whether this is a cult or not a cult. Let me just say this. I don't know if it is or if it isn't. I'm hearing different things, different perspectives. I completely understand where people are coming from, and I definitely would not want to take from somebody's story if they went through trauma in a religious institution such as this. If people have said they're just a really bad church business situation, are they? Because there are people that have given testimony about them being a cult, and if that's what they are, then they need to be called out for that. However, to have somebody being a producer, anything to this situation, and they had dealings with Scientology and were in bed with Scientology in a California king bed, sleeping, threesomes, foursomes, whatever this relationship might have been. I have a problem with that. That how are you going to expose one cult, but you're not going to expose the other cult? I don't get it. You said you can't. But let me tell you something. If that lady lied about this, I completely understand why she got so many damn haters. Girl, this is why you have so many damn haters. When you do bullshit like that. And I think it's so tacky to out production companies that haven't even formally announced their involvement. That's tacky. That's like tacky. You need to watch out. She gives details. Netflix doesn't want details. You need to watch. Wait, Canadian Keyboard Warrior says you need to watch. I'm saying, but why is she putting this out there? Is Wilmer involved or not involved? Why? Here's my deal: is what details is she revealing that haven't already been put out by these previews? I know that I know a lot of people have been working behind the scenes to expose this cult. She's not the only one. There's actually a lot of people. But I'm just saying, like, what are you doing aside from that? And that, again, respectfully, okay? He has already received backlash for, nobody else is calling it out, Fruity Pebbles. I haven't seen anybody call this shit out. Is he really involved with this exposing this cult, but not the other cult? that he had a lot of dealings with, does not want to be exposed by them? You said that twice, love. Rudy, so there's a blogger, her name is Without a Crystal Ball. She's much, much bigger, right? She exposed on a video that she's been working with this production company to expose this cult, right? The 7M cult. I guess it's a 7M TikTok cult. And their stories is it's just very much just horrific based on what I've heard. She's not the only person that has exposed 7M. There's been others. My issue with what she's put out is that she also said that Wilmer Valderrama's production company had something to do with it. So I have a question about that. And this is no shade on her. Really, if it's true, then we need to talk about the fact that he's exposing this cult, but not exposing the Church of Scientology, who he had a lot of dealings with. So I want to understand, like, is this true? Is Wilmer a part of it? Is it? No worries, Rudy. No worries. And not to take, I mean, if he helped in the production, that's great. But is he also going to help with Scientology? Like, I don't get it. I that's where I'm confused, and how people aren't calling this out a little bit more is a little bit interesting to me. Mm, I don't know. And I would hate to think that you would put yourself on the line for that, but hell, it wouldn't be the first time. Does she have something to do with this? Yes or no? Does Wilmer have something to do with this? Let me know. Let me keep playing this, okay?
Women travel to LA with their big dream of being on stage and just get wrapped up in a lot of things that aren't fair for them.
7M, an entertainment company founded by Robert Shin, who's also the pastor of LA-based Shekinah Church.
This is a church, but they're also a management company. I just felt a little funny about that.
When he found the dancers, he saw all this an opportunity to be like a world famous social media talent manager.
Social media, it was new. Like, man, I can do this and get money from my art. I want to do this.
Yeah, you said if he was involved, it's only a matter of time before he gets called out about the Scientology aspect. Yeah, I did 2 videos, called him out because I heard, but I haven't formally heard from his website. I'm waiting for him to announce that he's somehow involved in the production, in the company of this. Like, the only person that's been putting this out there has been Without a Crystal Ball. So I'm sitting here and I'm trying to understand, like, is he a part of this or is he not? Because that's problematic. It needs to be called out. It needs to be called out. Hold up. You said, yeah, I heard. I heard. But y'all, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Why hasn't he made any more announcements about this? Why hasn't he said, why is his website not even in his newsroom? He's not talking about it. Why? I want to know. Even when you go to the projects part, nothing in development. Look it. In current and in development, not even this is there. Is he trying to disassociate himself from this? What's going on? What's going on? Nothing. And this is on Netflix? This is big if it's on Netflix. So is he trying not to put his signature in it? Is he trying to, like, not out it? I mean, come on now. And the 7M cult, from what I understand, there's no children in that cult. There is, and not to say that it's not a bigger impact or anything, but there's no children in there that are having to audit adults that, they're consenting adults that are walking into a really horrific situation. It's unfortunate, but there's no children in that cult. I don't know. Let me see. Thank you for calling this out. Well, I'm trying, Carp. I really am. I think he's trying to slide his persona into someone who shines a light on cults, but doesn't have anything to say about Danny Masterson. He didn't give a statement. I mean, other than the article where he said he gave me some wise advice about cults. You said Tiffany said he probably doesn't want to tell people he's affiliated. Yeah. I don't know, Sarah. Is there? I'm trying to read as much, and I'm not hearing that that's necessarily. There might be kids from like people there, but I don't know if it's like are they recruiting kids or kids born into this cult? I mean, I'm trying to figure this out. Where I'm trying to call this out more is that he's calling out a cult. He's helping with the production of this and not paying attention to this like other thing. That would be like the dumbest move he could make. That's what I'm calling it out, right? Like that would be a stupid move to make. But I don't know. You're right. Like I need to be careful. Is there kids in that cult? I don't know. I don't think there is. I don't think there is. Yeah, I hear you, Sarah. I need to find out more information, but is there children in that cult? Let me find out. Hold up. And I mean, all I can do is really Google it because all it says it's a management company. Now, is it a management company with a religious aspect to it? Potentially. People there's dancers that are speaking out on this, but I haven't really heard a lot about children. So let me fix that. Let me make sure. Like we need to find out about this. I don't know. I mean, it's kind of like, you know, Shelly Miscavige, for example, right? Like people have said, well, she's missing, but then there's also the side of the people that say, well, is she really missing or is she consenting to be part of this cult? Like, which one is it? So people have kind of put it out like that out there, but I, it's a touchy one. It's a touchy one. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. That would be that's what I'm saying. That would be the dumbest move to act like you're going to support one and not the other, or expose one and not the other. Um, well, I would think that the adult members will eventually have children and therefore would be indoctrinated. That's right, Fruity. That's where the children part would come, right? They would be indoctrinated to this cult. But we would need more people to speak out on that, and I think you're right on that. A lot of cults have children there because people bring their children, so it's definitely possible. That's right. Very possible. But my concern right now is I just feel like it would be hypocritical to not expose one cult and not expose the other. Like, come on now. And the thing is the reason why I think he's not doing it is because it would be consequences for that. He's not even announcing it on his website, y'all. The person that's speaking on it is a blogger, and I'm like, "You're-" and it's on Netflix, and nobody's speaking out on this. Come on now. I think there might have been some, but I haven't heard any bloggers speaking out on it. Let's see. Hold up. You said she's now she's missing in your opinion. Okay. Um, let me know what you guys think. I said Pika says this allows him to claim a certain goodness or righteousness while at the same time deflecting from his knowledge of Church of Cult of Scientology and all his connections to them. Yeah. He partied. All right. So do some digging, Fruity Pebbles. Thank you for that. Y'all do some digging because I have been digging. I did 2 videos on it. And when I Google search my videos, that's the only thing that comes up about Wilmer Valderrama. And let me show y'all. Look, literally, I don't see any other videos. Wilmer Valderrama is a hypocrite. Wilmer Valderrama refuses to expose Scientology. I did this 3 or 4 days ago. Y'all do some digging because I am looking on the internet and there's literally no information or very little information about his involvement in this. Let me see. Carpet says was around a lot of Scientologists. He partied with Danny Masterson a lot. Yes, he did. And I exposed that on my 2 videos. He knows a lot about every effort Scientology made to cover up for Danny. He doesn't want anyone to know how much misdirection. No, I agree. But y'all do some digging and let me know. You think he's working behind the scenes to expose and using distraction for Scientology so they won't be suspect? Listen, the punch, what is it? Punch, the punch donkey bunch. That's who they are. I did that video. Punch, donkey bunch, that whole group. Y'all, listen, they're involved. They're connected. He knows something. He's just not wanting to expose it. Perry says, I believe one woman that left doesn't have a child. The husband stayed because they don't get paid much. He's not paying child support. You said she really cracks out on that aspect. Okay, got it. Perry, I think where I'm coming from is that I'm a little like confused by his wanting to expose one cult but not the other. Aaron, thank you for being a member for 1 month. Shout out to you. You said dude is probably so arrogant. He thinks it would distance him from Danny and Scientology connections, but that's all we're talking about. That's right. So I'm waiting for this docuseries to drop. I'm definitely going to watch it and review it, but I want to see him in the credits. And if he see him in the credits, then that should tell. I mean, let the floodgates go. Every blogger should be talking about it. I just find this so weird. I mean, hopefully Sloan would pick that up too, because he's a lot bigger. And I know Sloan has exposed Wilmer before in so many ways, but that needs to be exposed. How are you exposing one cult but not exposing the other cult that you know about very well? Just saying. Well, thank you, Cheeks. Shout out to you guys. Thank you. I need to go check it out a little bit more, Brenda. I did go and support some of Becky's stream yesterday, so shout out to Becky. I did watch a little bit of it. Donkey, yeah, the drunken punch donkey bunch, whatever the hell they're called. Donkey punch. Donkey punch. That's a mouthful of donkey. Donkey punch bunch. That's what they called it. Yeah, but it was a group of them. Don't forget. It was a group of them, and he was part of it too. That's how the fuck you going to expose when you have a pension for young girls? If Leonardo DiCaprio, all right, listen, hear me out. If Leonardo DiCaprio decides to expose men that date young women, and the man has a dating cap of 25, y'all see the hypocrisy out of this? Leonardo DiCaprio exposing men that date younger women, and then he has his own issue. Like, it's the same thing. Do you know what I mean? I'm coughing because I'm just thinking, but did he lie? That's right. If Leonardo DiCaprio says, I'm gonna expose men that date young women, and his cap is age 25, wouldn't that be a little bit hypocritical? That's right. Leo better shut his mouth. That's what I'm saying. This man attended various Scientology events. He knows he was in business with a Scientologist through the restaurant. Y'all got to watch that video. Let me just show you what I'm talking about, okay? Go watch that video that I'm talking about. That part 2, because I'm just not buying it. I'm not buying it. It is a circus. So what's his dealings? What's his involvement? And why aren't more people calling this shit out? That's right, Mia. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. It's not. He's not going to go expose, men that date younger women when his cap is 25. Melanie says, I would love to see a deep. Oh, there's a lot of them, Melanie, on Leo. There's a lot of them. But 25 years old is a lot different than 14. That is true. That's very true, Tequila. You're right. What is the series called on Netflix? So I'm sorry, y'all, I interrupted, but this is what it is. Dancing for the Devil, the 7M TikTok cult, and it comes out, I think, on the 29th of May, okay?
He would always share whenever someone would get a deal.
All this money, it's all going to Robert.
It started out fairly innocuous, but the control slowly grew.
I could be in an unsafe environment.
This is a cult.
They would say, like, cut off your family because you need to work on yourself.
You have to die to your family in order to save them. As a man of God, I wasn't thinking that he would ever do anything wrong to me or someone.
When you raise somebody and all of a sudden to see a shell of your daughter, I don't know who this person is.
What do you guys think so far? You said, Ash, yes, Tiffany, that is right. That is right. It's called the 7M, and it's like a management group with the church component to it. There's just so much to this. I had no idea this thing was, you had no idea this was a thing until fairly recently. Yeah, fairly recently. That's just, it's coming out, but still.
There were these sleuth accounts popping up. Former members were saying people suffered in his church for decades.
I felt so betrayed. It was awful.
I want Robert to never be able to do this ever again. Whatever you sow, you're going to reap. That's what he teaches, right?
There you go. I mean, it's being hyped. I'm just saying, yo, like, what's Wilmer's involvement and why isn't it on his website? I'm starting to think that a lot of this shit is just cap. It like, why would he put himself out there like that? I don't know. No, it's 7, not AM, it's 7M. It is giving very much MLM. And you know who's a really good blogger that exposes a lot of the MLMs? What is her name? Oh my God, I got her name. Cece Suarez. Cece Suarez is a lot of great exposure on kind of like MLMs and that culty stuff. Shout out to her. I really like her content because she really kind of breaks it down very much so. And she's very spicy and I like her. Oh snap. Yeah, you got gifted. Cults seem like the rage on Netflix these days, right? What do y'all think? Hopefully more people will talk about it. Y'all talk about it. Bring that into question. Ask the people. Bring it up. Let me know your thoughts in the comments about it. I'm going to let you guys go because this was literally just very short to talk about a couple things. I'm working on some uploads that I will be uploading. I don't know. Are they friends? That would be awesome if they're friends. I didn't know if they knew each other. I'm talking about Cece Suarez. It comes out on the 29th. 29th of May. So this month. But y'all, let me know what your thoughts are. You guys have a great happy Mother's Day weekend. I'll probably take the day off tomorrow. But yeah, just a heads up. I always say that and then I don't. So that's my goal. I got a lot of cleaning to do though. So I'm kind of tired, but it is what it is. You guys have a great one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. What do y'all think? What do you guys think about the Brian Kent blog with the Catholic Church and the Jehovah's Witness? Y'all think that they're trying to cover their asses with that? Very much likely so. What do you think about Wilmer not speaking more publicly or announcing this docuseries, but bloggers are announcing it? What do you guys think about that? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I am kind of curious and I'm wondering if he really is involved at this point. Because that would be kind of hypocritical, in my opinion. He would be just a hypocrite. But let me know. Shout it out. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Rabbits out. Bye, guys. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye. Bye, y'all.